Thanks for joining us here on millennialrebel.com. My name's Michael. I got a very special video for you guys today featuring the screen share. I'm going to be walking you through 8 steps to publishing a book on Kindle. A little side note, this is for the non-fiction market. I have zero experience in publishing fiction books, just because I've been advised that they are more of a short-term strategy in getting money and something that's not really going to secure a long-term passive income, which is something that I'm not interested in doing. So, also, if you are interested in launching a business in Kindle publishing, I recommend you invest in the proper education to do so. This right here is just a basic process of how to put a book together and get it out there. I actually got started with the K-Money Mastery program. However, I went ahead and took it a step further and invested in more advanced coaching. K-Money Mastery is really just a great primer in getting you launched, but there's a lot that goes on the back end that you have to do if you want to create financial freedom for yourself in Kindle publishing. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right in. 8 steps to publishing a book on Kindle. So first thing you're going to want to do is choose a niche and market. That's step 1 right there. Step 1, choose a niche and market. I recommend heading over to Amazon bestsellers. So what you're going to want to do is type in Amazon bestsellers on Google. And first thing you see when you enter that in, click on that, amazon.com/best. I'm not going to read out the URL for you, but you get the gist. Click on that. You will be taken to all the bestsellers across Amazon's platform, but you're going to want to head over to the left and find the Kindle store category, because that's what we're doing here. Click on Kindle store. In the same area, you're going to want to click on Kindle eBooks. So boom, you have now been taken to the bestsellers in Kindle books on Amazon's platform. So the point of doing this here is to get an idea of the different categories and markets within Kindle publishing. So as you look over here, you got a variety of categories that you can go ahead and publish in. So for example, you're interested in self-help, click on that, and now you got sub-niches within that. That's right. So for self-help, you got self-esteem, you got motivational, you got happiness, etc. So go ahead, choose a niche and market within that. I've been advised to, when you're first starting out, go in with something that you're a bit more passionate with, as it makes the work you have to do easier. But you can also choose one based on niche size and predicted profitability. So what I mean by that is, one, for niche size, when you go ahead, let's say you want to publish something on meditation. For that keyword, you will have 40,460 results. So whether you want to publish in a big niche or small niche, it's your choice. You may have more options to create a series in that niche, depending on the size, up to you. So that's based on niche size, but we also have predicted profitability. And you can base that off the bestsellers ranking, but I will say that it is flawed, just because there's a lot of marketing that goes on with Amazon when you first launch your book. They boost you up quite a bit. So just to show you guys, how to figure that out. This book right here is number 667 paid in Kindle store. Which recommended is 100,000 and below for finding a profitable niche. So, but once again, it is flawed. The first book that I ever published, it did number 1 in all these 3 categories, but then a month and a half later, it was dwindling down to very little sales a day. So heads up there. But once you have landed on a category that, or a niche and market that you like, you have completed step one. So that right there is step one. Step two is deciding on a title and subtitle. And this right here is based on keywords, but your subtitle should stand out in some way, or you risk getting lost in the clutter. So for that, that very first, the title, I do recommend focusing on the niche that you want to publish in. So for example, you may want to publish in meditation. This is just an example here. So meditation, as you can see here, you got a bunch of books that actually have that keyword in their title. Meditation, Beginner's Meditation Guide, Meditation for Beginners, and etc. But with the subtitle, as you can see here, you got 40,000 results, and it's going to be hard to stand out if you just have, a subtitle similar to everyone else's. Scroll down here, you got 400 pages. So for the subtitle, I do recommend trying to find or deciding something that's a bit more outside the box, just to help you, stand out. So that right there is step number two, decide on a title and subtitle. So far you've chosen a niche and market, and you have come up with a title and subtitle. Remember, based on keywords, but your subtitle should stand out. Once you come up with that, you're going to go over to step number three, which is doing the prep work for a ghostwriter. And for that, I just recommend coming up with a generic outline. This is going to be something that you can give to your ghostwriter. That's going to give him or her a better understanding of what you want your book to be about. So, boom, boom. Let's say that, you do want to publish in meditation, using this example. So you've come up with your title and subtitle. For the outline, I recommend just, having an intro, a body, and a conclusion. So intro, you're probably going to have an introduction chapter. Conclusion, have a conclusion chapter as well. But the body, that's where your chapters are actually going to be. And for this, I do competitor research. So really finding out, what usually goes inside of these books, what people like, what people don't like. So let's go ahead and click on this book. So what I'll do is I'll check out what they got going on in their description, just to get a gist. So in this one, they got, what is meditation? So that'd be good for your author to include. Benefits. I'm not going to go through it all, but that's one thing I'll do. And I will also scroll down through their reviews. So the whole point of your, a nonfiction book is helping someone find out what they want to know, filling a need, etc. So I will go ahead and check out all the positive and critical reviews. So for positive, I'll go ahead and check out what people liked. People benefits, all the amazing benefits of your mind and body. So benefits for mind and body, just as an example. But you can go ahead and continue scrolling through positive reviews. Make sure that you check out a couple books here, what they got going on. Actually, I'm just going to continue on this example. So once you have, figured out what people liked, you're going to want to go ahead and check out what people don't like. So, maybe that wasn't such a good example for the critical reviews. So let's go ahead and check this one. So, check out what they got going on in their description. Type that up. The science behind it, how to meditate. So, how to meditate, figure out what else you want to insert from their description, head over to their reviews. For this one, we'll just check out their critical reviews. So here, check it out. For this one, 3-star. If you want to learn to meditate, find another book. This person says, I'm 3/4 of the way through this book, and now it's finally getting to meditation. Never gives you a step-by-step instruction. So obviously, that's something that you're going to want to include. This is a need that hasn't been met by this book. So one way that you can, stand out is maybe even give a little hint about that in the title, like step-by-step process for meditation. Have that in your title, possibly. So, how to meditate, let your ghostwriter know that you're going to want to include a step-by-step process. So, go through the negative reviews, go through the positive reviews, and you've come up, with a good body. And also, what I'll do is give a little note to the ghostwriter that these are not chapters themselves, but topics to include in the book. Just so they aren't mistaking that what you've come up here, these bullet points that you come up with, are chapters of the books themselves. And as far as the chapter titles, I'll also, if you don't want to come up with the chapter titles yourself, I just ask them to please come up with creative chapter titles. All right, so that great way to get, insight into what to include in your book. For the intro, I'll ask the author to write about, an introduction to the topic, who it's for, and what the reader will get out of the book. So that's the note I'll usually make for the introduction, and for the conclusion, I'll ask the ghostwriter to review, give resources, additional resources for the reader to look into if they want to find out more, a call to action. So, this book, anybody reading a book, it's not going to benefit them at all if they don't go out and implement what they learned. So I'll make sure to let the author know to include that, a call to action, and boom, bada bang, you've come up with a generic outline for your ghostwriter. So that's step number 3. You've chosen a niche and market, you've decided on a title and subtitle, you've done the prep work, come up with a generic outline. Step 4, you're going to want to send your book to get written by a ghostwriter or a ghostwriting service. So for the ghostwriter, you can hire a freelancer on Odesk or Upwork, but I've been recommended to stay away from them just because you never know what you'll get. So I actually stick with a ghostwriting company. Good examples. One I've used in the past is actually the Writing Summit. I just find that companies are a bit more reliable, and also they are a bit more, in terms of making sure that your book doesn't have copyrighted content. So it's a bit harder to, make sure that a freelancer that you hired off Odesk or Upwork hasn't plagiarized anyone's work. And so most ghostwriting companies will actually do that themselves. So Ghostwriting Summit, the writingsummit.com is a good example. Writearticlesforme.com is another good ghostwriting company that, go ahead and pick whichever one you like. There's more out there, of course. You can just Google ghostwriting companies or ghostwriter. Give them this outline right here, and you will be on your way to getting your book written. That right there is step 4. Step 5 is what I like to call the waiting game, and there will be some things that I'll do while I'm waiting for my book to get written. So step number 5, I'll make sure to order a book cover for my book. You know, there are a variety of ways to get this done, but I actually like to go to, or not anymore, but in the past I have gone to Fiverr.com. Oops. A little sneak peek at what I got going on for you next, but for getting your book cover made, I'll just search Kindle cover, and you can find, you got a lot of people who are offering their service to make a book cover for you. I'll just click on average customer reviews, and that way you can find the top rated freelancers. Go ahead and pick one. You know, they got anywhere from $5 and up. Give them your title, subtitle, who you want the pen name to be. They will usually have, you know, if you don't have an image yourself, they'll actually have a, you know, they have an account for stock photos that you can choose from. So, this, I don't see anywhere where this person has it, but most ghostwriter, or excuse me, most freelancers in terms of getting a book cover made will have a library to choose from. So let's see if I can find one right here. Let's see. Nope. Well, sorry about that. Well, that, you know, just a quick overview on how to, you know, find someone to make your ebook cover. Like I said, they'll have like stock images that you can choose from. Generally, you can go ahead and get that book cover made while you're waiting for your book to get written. So that right there is step number 5, order a book cover. So hopefully you don't have to wait too long for your book to get sent back, but once you do, step number 6 is going to be prepare your book for publishing. So you're going to want to edit and format your book. Now you can do it yourself. You know, type on YouTube how to format your book. I'm not going to walk you through how to do that, but you can also actually just outsource that as well. But first thing, before you go ahead and have someone format it, you're going to want to make sure that it's edited for, you know, make sure there's no spelling errors, no serious grammatical errors. And you can just spell check that. No biggie. I don't recommend really going through reading your entire book. That, you know, if you're going to scale up in your publishing company, you're not going to be able to read through every book. You know, once you start publishing 2 books a month, 2 books a week, 5 books a week, and, you know, further up. So just go ahead and make sure that there's no serious errors in your book. Get your book formatted, and that will take care of step 6. Step number 7 is create a Kindle Direct publishing account, and then go through the process of entering the information for your book. So you're going to want to head over, you're going to want to head over to kdp.amazon.com, create an account. You'll have that option somewhere. I'm not going to do that for you. And then you'll get to this page, and this right here is the draft of the book that I'm going to show you guys as an example. But in order to, you know, create a new title, you're going to want to head over to this area right here and click this. So add a Kindle ebook. And that will actually take you to a page that looks like this. And this is going to be the site where you enter your book title, subtitle, and all the other information that goes along with it. So, fitness ebook, fitness, how to get ripped. Just an example book title and subtitle, series name, series number, edition number, the author. So I just had typed in, hello there. It can be whatever pen name that you choose for your book. So it could be, Gary Black. Gary Black. I don't enter anything for contributors and description. This is what shows up in, so if we head over to Amazon.com, use this book as an example. This is where your description will show up, and there's actually a certain way to go about doing that. There's going to be, you're going to have to format your description as well, and I'm not going to walk you through all the ways to do that. For example, that, if you enter that right there, I think they're called tags. If you enter that right there, that's actually going to get you a font that looks like that. So hello, what I had typed in there between those tags would show up as this, as the header. So figure it out how, the different tags for that. They got resources on the internet for that. But you're going to want to format your description and look all nice and pretty like this. Then you're going to want to enter your keywords. So keywords that people might type into the Amazon search engine to help find your book. I recommend not choosing keywords that you have in your title and subtitle, because that just, that wastes space. Set your categories. You're going to want to select two. You have all these categories right here. So for nonfiction, if you did self-help, then check one of those. So whatever, you can figure that out. So once you've done all that, you can then go on to save and continue. Oh, darn. Ignore that. Then you'll be taken to this right here where you actually submit your ebook content, and I've just, uploaded a random document to allow me to go on to the next page. So right there, it's kind of just like insight into what that looks like for those who don't have a KDP account. You can upload your cover if you already have one. It gives you the option to do that. And then once you have uploaded your manuscript, your cover, you can then go ahead and go on to the next page. And then you'll be taken to the Kindle ebook pricing. So here it says KDP select enrollment. I do recommend you do that for your books because it allows your book to go on a 5-day free promotion, which can really, which allows more people to download your book. If it's free and then, more people download your book, the higher your book will rank and the more chances that you'll get reviews for it. So then royalty and pricing. So you have a 35% royalty plan or a 70% royalty plan. If your book is under $2.99, it's going to be automatically a 35% royalty. So if your book is $0.99, you will get 35 cents for that book every time someone purchases it. But if you set your price to be $2.99, which is the minimum for the 70% royalty plan, then you'll get $2.09 for that. And that's within all the markets. So Amazon.India, Amazon.UK, whatever. So there you have that. Set the price that you wanted as. You can enroll in Kindle Matchbook. You got all these other extra options. And then, so that right there is step number 7. Create a KDP account. Go through the process of entering your information. And now step number 8, you're going to want to review everything. Make sure everything looks good. Make sure that you are ready to submit. and finally publish. Now, I'm not going to publish this because it's just a scrap, but there you guys have it. 8 steps to publishing a book on Kindle. Choose a niche market. Decide on a title and subtitle. Do prep work for your ghostwriter. Send your book to get written. Order a book cover. Prepare your book for publishing. Edit and format it. Create a KDP account. Enter the information. And finally, review and publish. Hopefully that was able to provide value to you guys out there, maybe interested in launching a Kindle publishing business, those who are just curious, etc. Thank you guys for tuning in with us here on millennialrebel.com. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I'm trying to provide as much value to as many people as I can. So I'm always open to feedback as well, what you like, what you don't like. It allows me to get better. Make sure to check out our podcast if you want to listen on the go. Follow us on social media and check out our website, millennialrebel.com. Got all the blog posts for this. You can get a little bit more in depth into what I'm actually saying. Maybe not for this video, but for other posts that I do, just because I'm not going to have a blog post for this video. I will also be adding a new page, some exclusive content that you'll only be able to get on my website. So have that on your radar. I'm super excited, to upload that project of mine. Once again, thanks again for watching 8 Steps to Publishing a Book on Kindle. I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you next time.